are in kind of a state of limbo, so you have to go out and start bringing new affiliates in and start a new leg, or 2 legs, or 3 legs, or whatever number of legs you need to get some activity. Because it's really just like any other MLM, regardless of what they call it. It's still essentially the same thing. Except the one thing is that the product is free. It costs to play the product. The product itself is free. I finally figured out a way that I'm getting 6, 7, 8 tokens a day. It takes a while to do it, obviously, because I start off about 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning with my first one. I get that one plus the two additional, so that takes it up to 3. And then if I start at 5, the next one's at 8, then 11, 2, 5. I work my way through the day. And you can pick up 6, 7, 8 tokens a day doing that. It's not like
I got too many tokens. I don't need to do that.
Yeah.
I got 12.
Use them as a carrot out there on a stick to offer people to come in.
Dave, you can transfer them to other people in your downline.
Yeah.
And if they will use them, if they, that make sure that they understand what you're doing, and make sure that's the key, that they got to use them.
You give them an incentive.
Yeah.
To use them. Yeah, because they're not doing you any good sitting there in your bank. They're not.
Nope.
Any good
but if he gives them to somebody in his downline and they use them, then it does do him some good. So.
Yeah. Exactly. So work up a little campaign and say, okay, I've got 10 tokens or 20 tokens or whatever number you want to give for joining this particular game.
I don't know anybody.
Send that out to your front line, your top tier.
Yep.
There might be one person in my downline that would use tokens.
Well, one's better than none.
But sometimes it takes motivation to get them to use them.
My problem is everybody on these calls is either somewhere else in the downline, or they don't need the tokens, or they're in my upline here, and they don't need the tokens. So I do share them with other people in the front line, though.
So do I.
When I can convince them to use them, but then I don't know that they use them after that. But at least I have some reasonable hope that they will.
I just went into my back office, my locker room. I just picked up two more bodies. I assume. I don't know. I can't tell anymore because the numbers are, you get to a certain point you can't keep track of. But so I'm assuming they're probably new players.
Hello, you reached a winning team call. Please let us know who you are and where you're calling from.
Hi, it's Sandy, North Carolina.
Hi, Sandy. Good to have you here tonight, dear.
Hello, Sandy.
How's everybody?
Good.
Good.
Well,
Wally had the nut flu yesterday,
Ooh.
but he's good today.
better today.
Well, that's great.
How about you? How are you?
I'm fine. I didn't go to Doug's gig tonight because people I sit with have something, maybe the flu.
Okay.
You definitely don't want to
So
share
you're
it.
home alone tonight.
I am indeed. Me and the doggies.
The doggies.
Okay.
The little doggies. The dog.
You know, today, my mom has a aide come in to do the light housekeeping and to the beekeeper company, and she comes 4 days a week and does things with mom and takes her out to eat once in a while and just does a few things, cleans the house a little bit and does laundry and visits a lot. But she walked our dog today and she swore she saw a large animal down in our pasture, and she said it looked like a dog with a big furry tail. I said, I'll bet you it was a fox.
Mm.
Yep, but it
And
was.
our dog went after him when she called him back, and he came back. But
Oof.
a dog with a large furry tail sounds like a fox to me. And I'm hoping and praying to God it wasn't a bobcat come back. We get those occasionally too.
Bobcats don't have furry tails.
I was going to say, bobcats don't have any kind of a tail.
Well,
Well, little stub.
we were staying with some friends when we first moved to Waxhaw because our house wasn't ready. And Socks, our doggie, was a Sheltie mix. They look a lot like a collie. And the person we were staying with said, Sandy, did you know your dog is out and back? I said, no, Socks is right here next to me. And we looked out the window, and it looked like Socks because it was a fox, all the same coloring. So there she had a big fox in her backyard.
Wow. Cleveland's having a problem with coyotes attacking
Oh, dear.
small dogs.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah. Small dogs and cats are fair
Oh.
game for them.
Yeah, we
Now,
live with
we-
them out here. I mean, that's almost like the state bird or state dog, state animal, the coyote.
Yeah,
They're everywhere.
we have them around here too.
My back door one night, taking the dog out, and opened up the back door, and I had Max on a leash. He walked out. He's looking almost nose to nose with a coyote. And the two of them stood there and looked at each other. And finally, the coyote, normally coyotes are pretty skittish around people. It didn't seem to bother him that I was standing there. I was inside the door, though. I didn't walk all the way out. Coward. And, I normally don't anyway. But I'm sure if I'd stepped out, the coyote would have taken off. But the two of them were just kind of standing there looking at each other. Finally, the coyote just turned around and walked off between the houses. But when we first moved into this house, there was 3 of them that used to take a walk every morning from the south side, going from east to west. And there was an open field, open space between us and the end of the street, up probably, 100 yards or so. And these coyotes would walk by, and I'd be sitting here at the office, my desk, looking out the window, and the coyotes would look right in the window at me, and almost like they wanted to carry on a conversation. And then they just kind of trot off.
Yep.
But when people are around, when they're certainly by themselves, they're skittish. If they're in a group, they may not be quite so skittish. But by themselves, they don't cut them to humans very much. I was just looking at my stats here in the tokens played. For the month, tokens played on tier 2, 0. There's been a bunch played, some played on tier 1 and some played on tier 3. Of course, don't get paid on tier 3, anything beyond tier 2. So, it's a bummer. But that's funny. See, tier 2 would be, that would be people that like Reverend Dave, people you've recruited, right? Yeah, you're
Right.
you're my tier one, yeah. So you're tier two. Nobody in your tier one has played anything?
I don't know. I haven't looked.
Yeah, that's kind of. I just realized my microphone was up over my head, my ear. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that's
you've been at
great.
one.
Football game. Anybody got any questions?
Anybody at all? Because that's what we're here for, to answer questions and create a dialogue and help people and do what we can to keep business going. So, anyway, I feel bad for Mike. He's sitting in an ice cube of a house.
Yeah.
Why is that?
His daughter and his wife keep it cold.
Well,
62.
that's pretty chilly.
That's chilly. That'll you come out of the sun on a warm day in Georgia and walk into that house, it instantly turns to ice, doesn't it, Mike?
Yeah.
My grandma used to keep it that cold.
65, but it stays about 62 in the house. I think I tried to convince her that the thermostat needs some attention as well, but she seems to like it is and told me to leave it alone, so I leave it alone. She's the queen of the house, and my wife's the queen mother of the house, you know. The one thing I've learned in my nearly 70 years here is the most important thing to say when I'm spoken to by my daughter and my wife is yes, ma'am. Seems to be the smartest thing to say. Then I go put my coat on.
Yeah.
Oh boy. I was telling Mike it's in the 50s outside in Ohio, but I'm comfortable and I'm sitting
It's 53
upstairs.
here.
It's in the low. It's
53
Really?
here. We don't
it's
have
in the low.
we don't have the heat on.
It's in the low 40s here
We don't have
outside.
heat on.
I don't understand
Oh. Pretty chilly.
why North Carolina is much different than we are, but it's in the 40s here, and it'll be in the 30s some days this week.
Well, it got down into the 20s last night here in
You
Ohio.
can keep that.
Oh, chilly.
In some places.
You
It
can
got
keep
down.
that.
It got down into the 60s out here. It was cool.
That would be comfortable for me. Of course, when you're used to the heat out there, you pretty much freeze.
Yeah.
Bad thing.
Fix. Everybody got their fix.
I do. Who did you pick to win, Wally?
I kept going back and forth. I think I got to check. I believe I picked. Let's see. Miami. Yeah,
That's who I picked too.
I was back and
I
forth.
did like you. I just went back and forth on the answers.
I couldn't come up with. And when I finally decided on Miami, I said, well, it's as good as any, I guess.
The Browns are playing in jolly old England this weekend.
Who is?
The Browns and the Vikings,
Oh, they are? Oh,
they're playing across the big pond.
yeah.
I wonder what they'll do when they play the God Save the Queen.
They all stand at that one. It's
Yeah.
the national anthem that they get down on the ground and kneel.
Don't want to offend the people.
Oh no, God no, don't.
No, heavens no. The other week they stood at attention with their hand in the air like Hitler did.
That's when they should have been shot.
I have never watched. I don't watch it anymore, so I don't really know.
Yeah, I'm not watching it anymore either. I went to my great granddaughter's birthday party on Sunday. Didn't watch no football because I wasn't interested.
I think when they all need to boycott football when they do that.
I was reading today on Drudge. The numbers are down again. They're down. Really, the viewers numbers are down about 25% total. I mean, they're doing it by months. But if you add up the months and then go back to a year ago, it's almost 25%. That's enormous. And if they don't, if that
somebody
commissioner doesn't figure out what to do, football isn't going to be on a radar screen anymore.
Somebody needs to notify the advertisers that the viewers are down 25%.
Yeah, when they start dropping those numbers, the sponsors are going to start asking for kickbacks because they paid big bucks for ratings that aren't even close to what they were when the contracts were originated. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
sure there's an awful lot of clawback going on.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually there's gonna be some real serious heat
If
put on the NFL by the TV networks.
the TV networks and the sponsors,
And once that starts to happen,
the TV networks and the sponsors quit sponsoring them, then they'll quit paying the money they pay to those grown men out playing little boys' games.
yeah, exactly. It's going to take a while for them for it to filter down to the players, but it's eventually going to get down there, and they're going to start to feel it in their pocketbook.
Maybe they'll get the point then.
It'll be a while because most of these guys are working off a contract for 2-3 years down the road. So there's going to be an awful lot of teeth gnashing between now and then because I'm sure the players aren't going to voluntarily do anything to help the situation out. They're still going to protest, and the ones that are under contract are going to continue to be under contract.
Do like the coach there in Texas did and put them on the bench and not let them play.
Yeah, that takes courage, and there's only maybe one or two coaches or owners that have that kind of courage. So.
Yep. Hello, you reached the winning team call. Please let us know who you are and where you're calling from, Robert.
This is Robert. How the hell you doing?
Good. We were waiting on you.
Yeah, now the call
glad.
again.
Uh-oh. I got tied up doing other things and almost forgot.
Oh, well, we're glad you came.
But just like Sandy, I checked my account. I still only have 2 points. So maybe I'm going to have to call him tomorrow.
Well, I put in a ticket today.
Oh, did you?
Saying a bunch of my people, including myself, have made purchases and we're not showing up. The guy called me back and said they're supposed to post them in 72 hours. That's 3 days, and it hasn't happened. It's been over a week for me, and it's not happened. So I put a very polite ticket in, but I'll let them know we weren't happy.
Yeah, because it's been four or 5 days now for me. I thought it was
Mm-hmm.
going to show up. And I don't know where the 2 points come from. That's which is strange.
Yeah, mine is showing 4 points pending or something.
Yeah, I got 2 points pending.
But
So
nothing else.
yeah, still sounds like a good deal. I just maybe they're because you did say they were new. So
About a year old.
Well, guess
we'll see. Because I got the products. I went to Walmart, picked up my products. I got one of them that was mailed to me today, which makes me think the other one will probably be here tomorrow. Uh, so I not only have I ordered, but I've already received everything.
Has
Yeah, I got
anybody
mine
ordered
yesterday.
Vistaprint cards?
That I haven't done yet because I got to wait till I get paid.
Battery's down?
Okay. I got
You
my
know,
cards
guys,
today.
You know,
This
on
says 4
Social
points on
Security.
hold. This says 4 points on hold.
4 points on hold. I got 2 points on hold.
I've got 5 points on hold.
I'm gonna mess y'all up a little bit. I've got 66 points. 60 points and 6 bonus points.
David, you need to shut up.
We're proud of you, David.
Anybody got a hangman's rope?
We've got David, quite by accident, bought from direct to consumer, and you get your points practically immediately there.
I see, said the blind man.
As he picked up the hammer.
Well, that's
and
all
saw.
right.
Guess what I seen?
What'd you see?
I went to Walmart, and on the 19th of this month, they put in a orange garage door, and they got this. It's behind the liquor store, and that's where their pickup's going to be. And they got these red box. They got these parking places marked, and they got these orange signs in each one of these parking places that says reserved for pickup. So what you do is you pull up there and you park your car and you dial this phone number and they bring your stuff out to you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
I went to Sam's Club and I walked in the club and I told them I have an order to pick up, and the guy says, walk right over to that kiosk and scan your card and it'll pull up your order, and then go to register 2, which is right next to it, and they'll give you your order. And sure enough, they did. It was right there. In fact, the girl was so nice, I had made another order the same day and arranged to pick it up today. I says, do you mind if I just get it today? And that was Tuesday. She goes, no, we got it. So she ran into the back, got my order, and brought it up and handed it to me, and I was gone. Very friendly people there at Sam's Club.
Yeah, I thought that was cool, where you just pull up and park your car and dial a phone number, and they bring it out of the roll-up door and bring your stuff to you.
Yeah, that is cool.
I wish they'd had something like that when raising a family.
What's that?
I said I wish they'd have had something like that when I was raising a family, because I was in Walmart a lot.
What you mean?
I think I own stock in Walmart,
Well,
Sam's Club, both. I know I must. Much as Barbara and Jennifer and them spend there at those 2 stores.
there you go. Well, whenever you're ready to get started, give a holler. I know a lot more than I did a week and a half ago.
Oh, you're smarter now.
Don't I,
You're
Sandy?
smarter now, huh?
Yeah.
That's part of what I've been waiting on is for you to get smarter. You told me you wasn't smart enough.
No, I wasn't. I made a lot of mistakes. I took it out on my team. So now I know more, and I'm still learning, but it's getting easier. At the very least, I know how to do an order.
How many points does Walmart and Sam's Club pay? I don't remember what they.
4%. Walmart and Sam's Club pays 4%.
4%, huh? And all,
Mm-hmm.
shucks, I gotta.
It's not a great deal.
Well, it is when they spend $200 and $300 a week there.
That's true.
Yeah.
And if you can do it like David's doing and just pull up to the door and have them bring it to you, that's an extra benefit. Don't have to send your wife in there, and you don't have to sit outside in the
That's
heat.
one of the problems with mail ordering through Walmart. You got to walk, all the way to the back of the store to be able to get something that you've mail ordered.
No, this is where they got these parking spots marked off, and you pull up and park, and then you dial this phone number, and they bring it out to you.
Well, if they'll do that here, that'd be great.
At our store, they just put their pickup registers up front, right near the entrance, where most people come in, at that one end. And there's like a register, it's marked pickup. So I guess they call it back for you and bring it up. But yeah, we always had to walk to the back of the store until recently. But that's what David's saying sounds great.
Yeah,
Love that.
That does.
Be nice if they did it in every store. Maybe they will.
Maybe
they're trying. Maybe they're trying it out on David to see if it'll work.
Yeah.
It sounds like a good idea to me.
I can't.
So
why they
go ahead, David.
I can't figure out any other reason why they'd have a sign in parking place where it's right in your face when you pull in the block, and it says for pickup, dial this number, and then there's a big orange roll-up door right behind the liquor store where they bring out the pickups.
Famous safe lines. Have I ever told you the 4 spiritual truths?
I don't think so.
4 great spiritual truths. Number 1, Muslims do not recognize Jews as being God's chosen people. Number 2, Jews don't recognize Jesus as being the promised Messiah. Number 3, Protestants don't recognize the Pope as being the head of the Christian church. And number 4, Baptists don't recognize each other in Hooters or in the liquor store.
Okay.
I finished it up. I said I've always was told, take your job seriously, don't take yourself seriously.
Next, you stink.
Yeah. Okay, I got one for you, Reverend Dave.
Okay.
You know that wherever there are 4 fathers, there's always a 5th?
Yep.
Yep.
I have heard that. Except I heard it was 4 Catholics. Wherever you find 4 Catholics, you'll find
4
a 5th.
fathers. Yeah, well, I'm an old timer. Old guy,
politically
old
incorrect.
days
I
when
heard
you
it was
said
before I
father,
was-
you knew it was. Anyway,
Oh. We're being very politically incorrect, and I want you to know we're recording
I
all of
want
this.
you to know I'm recording all this as well.
There's a story that I don't know how true this is. I was talking to a friend of mine from back in Ohio, and he was telling me about a friend of his by the name of Robert, and Robert's got his farm out there in south of Cleveland. It's a pretty good sized farm. It was, this time of year, November, December, and it's one of those miserable, dark, rainy nights, and Robert has a low spot on his farm and down near the road, and he's got a culvert that runs underneath there, and every once in a while it gets all jammed up with stuff, and he's got to go down and clean it out. Otherwise, that whole area floods, and that whole area on the road floods. So he hopped on his wagon, hitched up a horse, and put the wagon out there to the spot where he thought he might see some problems with his little low spot there, and he's checking it out. And pretty soon, here comes a car roaring over the hill, and it's a miserable, slippery road night. It's just terrible. And this car's coming at a high rate of speed, higher than it should be. Comes over the hill, spins out, and crashes literally right in front of Robert. And so Robert hops off the wagon. He runs over to the car, and about that time the door opens up, and here comes Reverend Dave stepping out of the car.
Oh no!
Reverend Dave. Robert says, "Hey, Reverend Dave, or Reverend, how you doing?" He said, "All right." He said, "That was a pretty bad accident." And Reverend Dave says, "Well, I think I'm all right. I feel pretty good." He said, "Actually, I'm probably there's no problem at all because I've got God as my co-pilot." So Robert says, "Well, you better get him over here in the wagon because the way you're driving, you're going to kill him."
Oh dear.
Ay.
I heard that. That's a pretty good story.
Is that a sigh of relief or a sigh of frustration?
Neither. No. Just a sigh.
All righty. I think I'm going to bail out. I've made my contribution.
All
I
right,
missed it.
Wally.
I called for a punt on that last Baltimore series. So
Uh-oh.
that obviously didn't get me any points, but Carolyn said I'm still beating her. So let me see. Oh, let's see. She's up by 10 now. 70-60. Yeah. Now everything is happiness in the household.
Well, that's good.
It's just about where it always should
That's all
be.
That's all we ask.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Any last words?
Good
I
night,
hope
Wally.
it's not last ones.
No. Okay, those are good last words. Adios from
Good
a
night,
Apache
Wally.
Junction.
Good night,
Good
Wally.
night, Wally.
Folks, I'm getting ready to reissue that schedule of events that starts at 9 o'clock, just about every Monday through Thursday, and then again at noon on Saturday. For anybody who wants to take part in the True Nated webinars, they're on Zoom. and we have a URL for it, so go to it at any time. There's
Post it.
what is True United at 9 o'clock, and then at 9:30 Eastern they have how to get started. And Monday they have the corporate call. That's the only difference.
Are you
And
talking about
same thing,
9:30 at night?
Yeah, Eastern time.
Yeah, so that'd be 6.
That'd be way past your bedtime.
Nah.
No, Robert eats in.
No, I eat at 5 normally. But on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I eat at 6.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
Anyway, I hope we can work out the glitches in True United and get profit for all of us. I like to see
Now,
everybody prosper and do things for
I
themselves.
do have one quick question
Shoot.
on that 9. Did you say 9 through 9:30?
9 to 9. There's a call at 9 about what is True United. It's just an overview call for those interested in joining, and 9:30 is how to get started. Those who want to. It's a training call.
And is that every single night?
Monday through Thursday, and then
Monday
again
through
at
Thursday,
noon,
okay.
and then again at noon on Saturday, or 9 o'clock your time in the morning.
9 a.m. on Saturday. Okay.
Yep.
I got a note of it anyway. All right, that was my only question.
Okay. Anybody else? Well,
Nope.
folks, I'm gonna go because it's a problem with me. When I take in fluid, something happens to my kidneys.
Good
and
night,
my bladder.
Reverend Dave.
Eventually they fill up. And I
Too
won't
much
bore you with
information.
I won't bore you with the details, but I'm gonna go, and I mean that literally. Good night, everybody.
I'm gonna go eat. I'm not gonna think about
Good
that.
night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Good
God
night.
bless.
God bless.